Hey crafty friends, it's Joy here for Honeybee Stamps, and today I am sharing a sneak peek video for the new Sunkissed Summer Release that is not out until June 7th. I'm going to be sharing the Lovely Layers small suitcases and the Ticket to Ride stamp and coordinating die, along with the Grab Your Passport paper. So I've done all my die cutting for the luggage, and I'm going to show you how I put these together. There are 4 suitcases. This is the largest, so I'm going to work from largest to smallest, and I'm going to kind of work in 2 sections because there's lots of little bits and pieces to put on the luggage, and for me mentally it was just easier to do with like each color. So I'm doing this teal color for the little pieces that go onto the luggage, and then there's more that will be like a gold mirror cardstock, and so I'll show you how to put these together. But this is a super cute set. Obviously you don't have to use all 4, but they are so darling, and imagine all the color combinations that you could do. I just wanted this to have a bright pop of color, so that's why I'm going with the colors that I'm going with. So each luggage is a lighter pink, going from darkest to lightest, from largest to smallest. So some of these, this piece here has an embossed area. So some of the dies have embossed areas where you're going to be applying like this little piece to the luggage. It fits into an embossed piece for the lid to the luggage, if that makes sense. I'm using reverse tweezers and some liquid glue to just get these pieces in place. And you will have your layering guide so you can see where all the pieces go. I did forget, like these little corner pieces, I did forget to put on the next size up. Not that it's the end of the world if you don't, because you could do this really, you could change a lot of this up and make it more personal, but the next one up did have these little guys. I just wasn't paying attention. So let's finish this third one here. Pop these guys in place. This has embossed areas where these little guys fit. So some of this makes it really, really easy. And like I said, then you have your layering guide if you're unsure about where some other pieces go. And this Sunkissed Summer Release is so adorable. It has so many beachy things that it just makes me so, so happy. But I do think these suitcases are really, really darling. Okay, let's do our last little one. I had die cut 2 colors of pink, and I opted to go with the lightest, not this darker pink, but obviously you could do what you want. I'm gonna adhere this down, and then I will show you the gold mirror little doodads that go onto the suitcases here. So I'm gonna put this in place. This has another piece that's going to go on top of it. I want to let this dry a little bit before I adhere that down. So these pieces I'm putting here were not meant to be like a metallic piece to the suitcase, but I opted to do it that way. To me, it just felt like that made more sense than a solid regular colored cardstock. I'm going to put these other little pieces right here. I love all the details of Lovely Layers. I know I've said this a lot on my Honeybee Stamps videos. I love the Lovely Layers dies. I just think they're fantastic, and this is just so wonderful. Okay, let's work on our next one. This is the next biggest one. Little piece just goes right in the center. This guy has some little buckles that we're going to put down here. And then we have like the strap for the tiniest little round luggage that we have going on here, and that's just going to go right down the center. But you can see this really does go together easy and quick. There's just, a lot of little pieces, but it's so worth it. Okay, in my MISTI, I am going to start with my first stamp. This is the shape of the ticket. This is the Ticket to Ride stamp set. I'm going to ink this up with black ink. Then the next layer is going to have all of the words. So it says travel ticket, first class passenger, $25 ticket, destinations, adventure, all kinds of cute stuff. So I'm going to ink that up with a gold metallic, and I did have this upside down. I apologize. Gold metallic ink from Honeybee Stamps. And then there's this little decorative piece that has all these fun little scrolly things, and I'm going to ink that up with a turquoise ink. Then I'm going to use the coordinating die to die cut this out. I'm going to tape this down and run it through my die cut machine, and then we're going to have this really darling ticket. But It was stark white, so I'm going to have to fix that because it was just a little bit too white. And then I also forgot to stamp the sentiment. This says happy birthday. This is in that Ticket to Ride stamp set, and there is a coordinating die, so I'm going to use that to die cut that out. Then I'm using the Grab Your Passport paper. I was just looking through to see if I wanted to use that stripe one, but I'm opting for this kind of fun, colorful one, but I do want to tone it down, so I am going to use a piece of vellum. I have die cut both of them slightly smaller than an A2 size. I am taking Spun Sugar Distress Oxide ink and just lightly ink blending over that ticket. I wanted to bring a little more pink in, but it kind of it does soften that stark white. Of course, I'm going to add foam adhesive behind everything because you need to have foam adhesive. I do want to repeat again that the release goes live on June 7th. So you definitely want to check that out so you can grab all the things you want. And if you love this, I would definitely put it on your wish list because it is darling. So I'm going to start by adhering everything to my piece of vellum. I'm going to do this that way once everything is adhered, I can hide my other adhesive behind all of these images and then adhere it to that patterned paper. I'm going to add that ticket just a little bit on an angle, and it's going to be behind the luggage. This I'm not going to pop up with foam adhesive. I'm just going to pop that in place. But that little round piece of luggage and my sentiment will both have some foam adhesive. And I don't really want to cover up that whole ticket, so it was nice to just tuck that little guy to the side, or that little piece of luggage to the side. And I'm going to place this right in the center, and I will adhere this to a white A2 size card panel. But here's where I'm going to hide my adhesive so you don't see it through the vellum. And then that just softens the background a little bit. I'm going to take a white gel pen and add a few little highlights to the luggage. I just felt like it needed a little something extra just to give it more detail. So I'm going to add that around, and then we can take a look at this up close. And here is that finished card. I think it turned out so cute. I love these little small suitcases. I think they're darling. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this project, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.